Okay, everybody, welcome back to our home learning program. This is Remy Sanchez with Energy Fitness Gymnastics, and today we are going to work on 3 skills. First one is a bridge kickover, then backbend kickover, and then afterwards back limber. As we usually do, what we are going to start with is a warm-up, then go on and break down the skill, and then lastly, a conditioning. Let's begin. The first thing we are going to do is start with our wrists. Put them forward like so, go on our knees and do little circles. Put them to the side and circles. And the center and circles. Afterwards, once your wrists are warmed up, we are going to do a handstand. Go here, squeeze, and down. Squeeze, and down. Then, we're going to do handstand walks. Lunge, handstand, just walk around. And then afterwards, what we are going to do are bridge walks. So we'll lie down. Go up, walk. Then what we will do are bridge rocks to hopping of both hands and feet. So, go up, up, and then lastly, what we are going to do is a back bend to bridge. Arms up. And down. We're actually going to do one more, an extra skill, which is a handstand to bridge. Arms up. Okay, it's time for the skill. Okay, so the next thing we are going to work on is the skill portion of this video. So, behind me I have 3 different mats of 3 different elevations. We are going to use each of these mats in order to gradually work down to doing our bridge kickover, back walkover, back limber on the floor. So, what I want to keep in mind is that maybe there is a progression between this size and then this size. But if you find that too complicated, feel free to put another mat on here so that the progression is a little bit lower, a little bit slower, so that you can perform the skill safely and comfortably. So the first exercise that we are going to do on all 3 of these blocks is we're going to lie down. So we start and doing a bridge kickover on the highest mat. So focus on you're opening your shoulders as much as you can and bring your feet as close to your head as possible. Then take one foot off and push with the other leg to go and do your skill. Notice how my shoulders are going away from the mat as much as possible. And when they go down, they go towards the floor. So the next thing that we have to focus on is keeping our hips away from the mat. There are many times where you'll go here and go like that. The reason why that happens is because you are taking both feet off, where actually you have to push with your supporting leg. So I'm here and I push away with that leg. All right, so if you don't feel comfortable doing this off of an elevated space, you can of course use a spot. Parents, if you would like to help your child perform the skill, this is what you need to do. So children, make sure you go into your bridge, open your shoulders, bring your feet as close to the edge as possible, and parents, what you're going to do is hold the small of their back as well as their leg, push, and guide their foot down. Another way to spot is you hold their hips and just bring their hips over. This is for children who are, if you feel less confident, I would suggest you do the latter form of spotting so that you have more control over your child. When you're comfortable with this, you can go to the next block. So once again, employ all the strategies that we've been working on, all the skills. Push up, open shoulders, oh boy, push away, ah! Good. Next, we'll do it from a smaller place. So remember, since it is even lower, pay extra attention to how open your shoulders are and that your legs are super close to your head. You push up and push and up. And then afterwards, we can try it from the floor. We lie down, push up, open as much as we can. So, make sure that when you do this, your head doesn't go out like so. But try and make sure that your head stays between your shoulders and try and think of your face is going and trying to press against the wall, against the opposite wall. Now, while it is possible to do it with your head coming out, it is not a good habit to do. One is that it doesn't teach you the right use of your shoulders, and two, it doesn't teach you how to open them. So this, if you do it and continue doing it like with your head out, although it will be more easy, it will be harder to work on harder skills, like a back walkover, back handspring, or even a back limber. So now what we're going to do is do the same steps, but for a handstand bridge. So we'll start with the highest block and then go incrementally lower. Now, once again, if the change in elevation is too great, you can of course find something to put on top of the lower block in order to make the change less noticeable. So, arms up, handstand. After you do this and feel comfortable with this elevation, go down to the next level. Go incrementally lower until you get to the floor. And once you're done, we can try a back limber, which looks like so. And once again, go down until you reach the floor. Okay, so once you have your handstand bridge, your back limber, and back kickover, it is time to try a backbend kickover on the floor. So, look like so. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is our conditioning. The first thing we'll do are tick-tocks between two blocks or two elevated spaces. We'll start with our feet on one. Make sure that your shoulders are staying in the middle and they do not move back and forth. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a handstand with the belly against the wall. So, back against the wall, go up, walk all the way here. And then somebody is going to take your feet off. Your nose will be against the wall, and pull your hips back. Try again. And pull your hips back. Make sure your hips touch before your feet. All right, so now that we are done our skill, what we're going to do is a general cool down, which will help you stretch every muscle in your body in order for you to rest and recuperate properly. The first thing we're going to do is warm up or work with our shoulders. We will take one arm, put it across our body, and press forward. Press into your chest. Then you will switch. Afterwards, take your wrist like so, put your elbow behind, and push backward. And do the other one. Then what we're going to do is child's pose. So we will go to our knees, our hands in, forward, and press our shoulders down to the ground. Afterwards, we will lie down on our back like so. And what we will do is bring our foot here. This is going into upper back, lower back, and glutes. The other side. Afterwards, what we will do is cobra. Go here, push up. Now that we've stretched out our upper and lower back, what we will do is go to our hips. We will start in butterfly. Hold our feet. However, if you're afraid of sickling your feet, you can hold your ankles like so and push your feet, your knees down. Then we will go into straddle. We will go to one foot, reach over with your opposite arm and grab as far as you can. Face the foot and go down. Go to the other side. Face the foot and go down. Then put our hands down and reach forward and do pancake. Now, if this is too hard, you can just reach this much forward. However, if you feel more advanced, you go all the way down. Do that a couple of times in order to cool down your hips. Afterwards, we go to pike position. So what we do is legs together, arms straight, legs straight, toes pointed, and reach down. Flex our feet and go down. Then we go to splits. So we start in a nice lunge, push forward. Straighten your leg, straight back, go down. Now, in both these positions, as well as the split, make sure that both hips are facing forward. So, when we go down to our split, go as far as you can while keeping your legs forward, while keeping your hips forward. Both hips facing the wall in front of you. Make sure that you're not here, but here. A good way in order to do this is turn your front leg out so that your hip stays here. Go all the way down as far as you can. And hold. Back up. And then we'll do the other side. Push forward. Both hips forward. Legs straight. And down. And go. All right, ladies, I'm going to just do a little shakeout. And the last thing we will do is a middle split. So we will go here, go into our straddle, go forward, and push down, and hold. Hold each split for about 30 seconds. And then when you are done, do a little shakeout. And that will be our gymnastics stretch routine.